Commodore and Good Neighbor. In between things, I dropped my stuff off, sold stuff, and turned in the quests that I did last time. And turning in those quests actually leveled me up, because when I turned in the one to Proctor Tegan, Idiot Savant kicked in, and I got 5 times the amount of XP, so I ended up getting like just over 600, something like that. And when I hit level 25, yep, I'm 25 right now, I picked up the Armorer rank 3 and Gun Nut rank 3, so I upgraded my Deliverer pistol fully. I got all the mods for that now.
Hey, hold up there.
Gave a long
First
barrel
time in Good
on
Neighbor?
my
We can't go
45
walking
combat rifle
around
thing.
without insurance.
Unless it's keep dumb assholes away from me insurance, I'm not interested.
Now don't be like that. I think you're gonna like what I have on offer. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? She ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let her go.
You're soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new mayor.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Now why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You alright, sister?
You killed him.
Got a good pair of eyes on ya. I think you'll fit in here. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
I feel you.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Gotcha. Alright, I'm gonna talk
Whoever
to
this
Cleo.
Brotherhood of Steel is,
Hello.
I'm not buying that. We come in
Everything
peace
here is
morning.
guaranteed to injure, maim, or
Right?
All
I've
right.
got a few minutes.
a gun for every occasion.
I just want to get your ammo there, buddy. Ooh, you got a lot. And then give you this. And what else did I pick up off that guy? I could get rid of this now because I'm not using it anymore. Using it? Did I say that? I don't want this, actually. I don't want to be part of those loser Minutemen. Alright, good enough. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the Memory Den, and in the Memory Den I'm also gonna meet the guy who gives us the Silver Shroud quest, so I can do that. I think that's what this episode's mostly gonna be, is the Silver Shroud stuff, depending on how long the Memory Den stuff takes with Dr. Amari.
Well, Mr. Valentine.
Oh yeah, he's here.
I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Okay, Silver Shroud fanatic is
You
right
got the
here.
memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
No, I'm not.
Hey,
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse.
Kent.
Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
I hear you.
I hear you. It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? Huh, that's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
Yeah.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
From
I
the past,
was
buddy.
in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Who's Mr. Abominable?
He was a caveman, got frozen in an iceberg from prehistoric times. When they thawed him out, he went on a rampage. It took the Shroud and Man-to-Man combined to take him down.
Man-to-Man.
Boy, if you just woke up.
Hopefully
The
Man-to-Man's
world these
in the
days
DLC.
must take some getting used to.
Man-to-Man DLC.
That's an understatement.
Things may look bad, but we gotta try to make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? with his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun. I got a plan to bring him to life, so he can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Sure, Kent. You have a plan, all right.
I know how it sounds. I've built my own custom machine gun, even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I already got it, buddy. Let's try for
I
the
might
reward, though.
do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up
Yup.
front. Just promise you'll help me.
I already have.
As it happens, I already have your costume.
There she is, pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But there's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake.
Jarvie Blake.
But the Shroud is strong, capable.
That's the first sane thing you've said.
Yeah. But I do have a better idea who should wear it.
Gotta sneeze.
You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
Never mind, I didn't have to.
Looks like I get to be the Shroud. Yay.
The costume and gun are
Didn't even
yours.
move there.
So you patrol Good Neighbors streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station.
There you go.
Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud has returned. Time to fight crime!
You got it, buddy. But first, I gotta go downstairs. So busy staring at your hand for, buddy. You gotta move. Check it out.
Dr.
There's my
Amari?
pistol.
Yes? Wait, I know you. You're on the railroad.
I didn't even put the glow
What's
sights
this
on
all
it for my
about?
other character. I should really do that. I'll let Nick explain.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari, but it's not going to be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you do realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Did you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
Sorry.
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus.
It's a
And this
hippocampus
thing
right there.
attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Thanks, man. Oh, wait,
We should
sarcastic.
try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you find new horrible
Sorry,
ways
Nick.
to laugh
Just
at my
joking.
expense.
Just having a laugh,
Whenever
trying
you're
to
ready,
ease the
Mr.
tension here.
Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of.
She's an impressive doctor, not even
The
touching.
mnemonic impressions
Able to do
are
all that.
encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Way to
Tell
break
me
it.
you have a way past this, Doctor.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind.
Do I have to do this right now?
What if we
Walk
use
through all
two?
of his memories?
We
This'll
load
be a boring
both
episode if
you and
that's the
Mr.
case.
Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right.
All right,
Ah, I
let's
should've
get
chosen
started.
sarcastic
Just sit
option.
down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
All right. I have to walk through all of his memories. It's probably gonna be an episode full of only talking. But I think all of this stuff in here is a pretty interesting story. Spaghetti or Kellogg's origin, and
Initiating brainwave migration between the
really
transplant
good
and the
character.
host.
got a
Mnemonic
lot to it.
activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
please stand by.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
So I'm pretty sure in all of these.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This
Such
may
a
prove
dummy back then.
disorienting at first.
What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What kind of comics we got here?
What a joke.
Just Grognak.
What's it mean, Mom? Nothing, Connie.
Kids got no
People like
taste.
to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school
Test
said
of
the NCR
science.
would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take
Hey,
this.
I have that one. Except
You're
it's
old
different
enough.
now. It's just a little model.
You're the man of the family
It's got a
now.
different hand.
It's your job to protect us. Your father's
different barrel?
useless, but you
Yeah.
won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what
So
we're looking
now you can
for.
see why he's a little bit psychotic.
There appears to be
Why he's a serial
another
killer.
intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Oh, all swabbled.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it.
This is a
And
great
it's
quote.
gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like.
It's been said many times, but
It's
I like
gonna
the way
be
he says
fine.
the voice actor
You'll
for his
see.
character is really good.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living.
Not a fan of the military fatigue.
Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
The effects, and I don't want to wear a Miniman outfit because I won't go with
Sarah, you gotta give it a
it.
chance.
Wherever you are.
I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her.
Mary?
Not for 1 second.
Sarah and Mary.
But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit. The gunslinger from the hub. Rolling into town with the world at my
You can
feet.
access that location in Fallout 1 and 2.
Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. Then I can give you anything you
That's
want.
one thing that's cool about the first two
A little
Fallout
Mary,
games.
too.
Especially Fallout 2.
I never worried about
it all the way
it
through Fallout 2, and I should really give it another
Must
try.
be my mama instincts kicking in.
It's just the size of it.
Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with
in
her.
those games,
And you don't need to
like
worry
the
about
size
me.
is so much bigger. It doesn't
Most
even
of it's
compare.
just running
But
security
like
to
this
the
is
sheet.
a lot more.
A lot of standing around looking tough.
What's the word I'm looking for?
They sure picked the right person for that job.
It's almost like it's
Listen.
more populated. Like there's much more.
It's gonna be
blank
great
space
here.
in Fallout 1.
See
Although
this?
The map itself is bigger. 'Cause
This
you're
is what's gonna
traveling,
keep you and Mary
farther
safe.
distance between the towns and stuff like
I
that.
promise.
But in Fallout 2, it's just like huge.
I know,
There's tons of places you can go.
I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll
Yeah,
see.
I don't know. It's cool.
That's
Gives
okay.
you a
I
bigger
got it.
scope of things, which is why I like having the DLCs.
Let's keep
You
looking.
get to go to the pit. and
I'll
all that
connect
sort
you
of
to
stuff.
the next intact memory.
Or to go to the Happy Trails Caravan, Bobby Vegas, Sierra Madre. Oh, I can't wait for the DLC in this game. It's gonna be so sick.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I think he disappears right after this.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Somebody that's going to kill him, and I guess he never succeeded because we already know that one ends.
Mind if we...
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. I just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Sit down.
Suit yourself. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
Yes, the scar is
And, you'll do this all by
metal
yourself.
armor.
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it?
His metal armor is
So
better
who do you
than
want
the outfit
dead?
he was wearing when I found him.
Well, it's like this. There's this family.
switched
Lives
over.
down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Well, try this next one. I think this is the one where he's in the institute.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus,
Video icon.
I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
Valentine eyes.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a
That one's just
convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine. The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748. Initiate.
Sensors.
Systems offline.
Impressive.
I'm like looking
We
at
may
this
have
thing. I'm
something
like,
to
what
talk
the heck?
about
I can't
after
move
all.
it. Obviously, I can't.
Getting warmer.
Ew.
One
Hey,
of these has got to tell us
I
something.
can take it.
We're running out of brain here. There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Here we are.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vulcan.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so This one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really.
Computers are still working.
I'm glad I
All these could be decent video icons.
didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
Sneeze and then he was, you know, it's frozen.
Checking through the logs.
Oh,
Hopefully
wait.
it's all
Just lifted the crow forever.
Find it. Pod C6.
Yes.
Down the hall near the
Yeah,
end.
he must have, obviously.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out.
All of these, man.
At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long.
This is the one. Here.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty,
God damn, I love all of these, dude. I should split this into 12
contaminated
videos.
degenerate like
Put it back on.
me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it. Open it.
Is that like the same animation for me? Like have me leaning up against the glass?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No. I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Did I already access the backup
Cryogenic
memory?
sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup? I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory.
You're sitting there watching it
Whenever
with me
you're
or
ready.
something? You know that I'm going through that? You're just making me see that? Son of a bitch. Back in the house.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So,
Tesla.
good
better
news,
taste,
I
kid.
think.
Grew up a bit.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually.
He's trying to hit him through the desk.
But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Come on, people, bust through the door. I'm here to stop you.
It's okay.
So it's like
One of these
X688.
days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Whoa, music, come on. Turn it off. This is no good.
Some heads are gonna roll for this.
Hello, you can't be doing
Capture and
this.
return.
The friggin' ink spots on the radio. You can't just be making
Elimination.
time to talk
He was
over.
working on a highly classified program.
No kidding.
Trying to
One of the top bioscience boys?
Bioscience, damn, that's awesome.
So,
we're like, okay, Virgil, what do we
guess
gotta
you're
do with this
taking
guy?
a kid back
We gotta
with
find
you.
him, I guess, right? Well, we gotta go to the glowing sea, you gotta find
Your
things.
only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
Find him, but then again, when is this memory? Who knows, right?
Yes.
Who knows?
Stand
right?
next to me and hold still.
I guess maybe Dr. Amari knows, but she could just maybe skip here. Well, I mean, the story's appreciated. Dr. Amari has some good stuff. Sean, even with the courser over here.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr.
Oh,
Kellogg.
it is a
I hope I see you
688.
again soon.
Bye.
It's all over, but the crime.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ready anytime. Gonna leave through here? Oh, TV, right. It's all over, but the crime. Oh, are you kidding? Is the radio still playing now? Huh? Just a coincidence?
Slow movements,
Just a coincidence,
okay?
huh?
I don't
Radio's
know
still
what kind of
playing
side
in there?
effects
Same
the
song
procedure
that was
might
playing in
have.
there? Or was I
Everyone's
hearing it
ever
through?
done this before.
Jesus Christ,
How
where
do you
is the
feel?
radio? Why can't I find it? I need to turn it off. Is it like playing on Pip-Boy? Jesus. Like,
Dr.
let's
Amari?
finish this up
Let's
here, so I
start
don't have
over.
to listen to that noise.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, thank you very much.
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
Yes, Virgil.
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right.
Glowing
No
sea's
one
not
would
that
risk
dangerous.
going there, not even to hide.
I'll find him.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
Hazmat suit or power?
Find a way to get through
Don't
the
worry.
rats. Don't worry.
Good luck. And
Brotherhood,
by the way,
so I
I
got
unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were...
Okay, so Valentine's waiting for me upstairs, and this video's getting pretty long, and all it was a bunch of talking, though, in my opinion, interesting storyline. I probably didn't want this, I've already played it, so why do they care, right? But, gotta do it.
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2, huh? Let's go.
What? What are you talking about?
Wait. Were you just playing a joke on me?
I guess that's for you to wonder, and for me and Kellogg's memories to know for sure. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Character, but I know.
I'm gonna head out on my own from here, Nick.
Good
but
luck
I know
out
that,
there.
Like, that never comes
You know
up
where to
again.
find me.
Or, well, it never did for me, so. Oh well. that's it for this one. If you enjoyed tons of talking and actually watch this, you can leave